I'm sick of hearing about hate speech. Hate speech is highly subjective. Hate speech is nothing more than someone else's negative opinion. So just stop. Anyways, people need to separate the idea of Islam from the people. Most can, but many do not. Most of the 1.6 billion Muslims are good people. The only reason they are Muslim is because they happen to be born in a geographic area where there are lots of Muslims, or born into a Muslim family. Even the extremists are just naive people caught up in culture, tradition, and religious indoctrination. Brainwashing. I know many good people who have been caught up in religious fervor. It's not their fault as much as it is the idea of the religion itself. I get very frustrated being an atheist in this time of constant Islamic terror attacks and alleged Islamophobia. I do believe there are people who are, to a degree, racist, or people looking to hate, scapegoat another culture for all their woes and anguish. And because I also disagree with Islam, I am lumped into this group, along with other atheists who have always disagreed with Islam and will always disagree with Islam. Islam is a death cult whose primary occupation of thought is death and what happens after we die. I do not hate the people caught up in the extremes of their religion, but I do very much hate the ignorant, obnoxious ramblings of a pedophilic, warmongering, narcissistic, delusional sadist who stole the ideas of his religion from a religion who stole the idea of its religion from a naive, primitive people afraid of what they didn't understand, afraid of their fucking shadow, afraid of the sun, drought, fire, afraid of floods, famine, lightning, wind, and disease. For it has always been human nature to fear the unknown. To a degree, it has been evolutionarily advantageous to do so. The problem with religion in today's society is that now we do know. Now there is no excuse for this willful ignorance except comfort at the expense of others' safety and right to decency. We now know there are no monsters in the dark. Or are there? Maybe the monsters hiding in the depths of our own consciousness, the elusive, intrusive, terrifying other, is us. We are the only monsters left hiding in the darkness of our sanity. As many people far more educated than myself with far more insight have said to one degree or another, all ideas are subject to criticism. Criticism leads to insight, truth, and understanding. The reason religions hide from and try to censor through force people who criticize is because their beliefs, their fundamental truths do not hold up to honest criticisms. Everyone knows it. Atheists, agnostics, the religious themselves. The number one target of censorship is truth. No one likes to be reminded that what they wasted their lives on is a lie. It reminds me of a technique used by salesmen. The more time they can get you to invest in their sales pitch, the more guilt you'll feel at saying no, the more likely you'll be to buy their product. Imagine this, but instead of minutes, years. I am an atheist. I have and will always stand in opposition of perceived ignorance, deception, global cultural manipulation, cunning lies directed at the weak and vulnerable, violence in the name of illogical fallacies, brutality and dominance, suppression of individuality and free thought, censorship of dissenting ideas and opinions. Oh, and for the record, Islam is not a race. Hate speech does not exist. Hate speech and racism will not be used to silence us. Neither will violence or veiled superstitious threats. Grow the fuck up. I'm Henry Sweets. Peace in the Middle East.